All right, here is a counter view of my food bank haul. You can see lots of produce, sub sandwiches, rotisserie chicken, more veggies, pop, breads, grains, dairy products, canned soup, parchment paper, donuts, coffee, tea, spaghetti sauce, candy. Oh my God, look at that. And then over here, some apples and some squash. Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you're doing really, really good. So I have had a great day. It is about 4:30 in the afternoon, I think. And everything is nice and peaceful here at home. Grandma's in her room, and she's got Georgie, so she's, very happy. If you're new here, George is a little red rooster. He's a frizzle. He's cute as but he's a little a-hole. We call him that affectionately. Georgie the a-hole. No, we love him. All right, so my husband helped me bring in my food bank groceries, and I think he's outside, so you may hear him come in and do his thing. But I did want to show you the food bank. Now, if you are a person who just likes to see the counter view, first screen is going to be the counter view. But then I'm going to go ahead and hold everything up because that's just the way I like to do it. And because it's my channel, I guess I can do it the way I want. If you don't like it that way, there are so many other people who just do counter views. You'll be okay. The important thing is, if you are here because you use the food bank, I hope that you will feel encouraged about the kind of items you can find at a food bank, bearing in mind that not all food banks are as generous and as lovely as mine. I live in Granite Falls. Those people, of course my nose itches, are the most beautiful volunteers I think I've ever come across. They are so generous. And you guys, I turned down so much stuff, and I still ended up with a bounty and a lot of things that I would never buy for myself. I try to keep my weekly budget at $35 at Walmart every week. Now, I do have a separate budget for Costco, but that is, that's not the fun stuff. That's stuff that, we need from time to time, and so that's something different. Now, let's get to it. But before we get to it, one quick little thing. If you feel like you need to go to the food bank, listen to me. I want you to go. Google food bank near me, put in your zip code, see what your choices are. Give them a call. Ask them if they have a income requirement. Ask them if you need to make an appointment. If you need to make an appointment, you make an appointment, okay? All right. So you can pick and choose what's available in your area and see what meets your needs. And if you have an option of greater than one, try a couple of them and see which one works the best for you. Now, mostly I just go to my Granite Falls Food Bank. Last year, a couple times, I went a little bit further away from home, just a few minutes farther, and participated in their senior citizen food bank. And honestly, that was in Lake Stevens, and they are absolutely lovely as well. But because this one gives me a lot generally, I feel like for now, I'll just be doing this one. Especially in the fall and the winter and the spring, early spring when it's icy still, I won't be doing that. Now, I might go back and visit it from time to time, but mostly I'll just be doing this one. Plus, I also do the Well. Now, the Well is not a food bank, but I like to call it that for the sake of, not having to explain every single time what the Well is. But the Well is a church that for a small donation is able to get a hold of massive quantities of produce. So when you go, you make a donation, And then you have access to, I think the last time I went, I got 5 pineapples, 50 pounds of red potatoes, 50 pounds of white potatoes. And I think that's what I got. I got the same thing, not the pineapples though, but bananas instead for our friend. So it's very worth it. In fact, I'm going to can those potatoes here in the next week. At least the white ones. The red ones we're going to eat. Okay, let's get to it. Enough of the stinking chitty chatty. All right, you survived the chitty chatty. Let's get to it. So I want you to think about your 5 favorites, what you like, what you would pick if this were your food bank haul and you were bringing it home. And also, I love it when I read those comments. Some of you will pick very close to mine. Some of you pick completely different things. And then some of you, which I really love, tell me some of the things that you would cook with what I have. Now, some of it's pretty self-explanatory, but I always love a good idea. So remember, you guys are the best, and I thank you so much for spending your time with me. Not a fancy girl, just an old cookie doing her best, just like the rest of you, only you guys are not old. Okay, a shout out to Bumblebee. I still need to do your applesauce cake. And Amanda, I hope you're still around. I haven't heard from you for so long. I hope you're doing okay, and just be well, my friends, all of you. Okay, there's so many more of you that I am familiar with the names, so I just thank you so much. All right, let's get to it. So, let's start with dairy, okay? So, in the dairy, I got a gallon of milk, and it's whole milk, and it looks like it's good. Oh, sell by December 1st. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to pop it in the refrigerator, and Grandma will go through this. Also in dairy, I got a half gallon of half and half. And what's the date on that? Oh my gosh, 1/27/25. Shall we just admire that? 1/27/25. Some of us might be living right, people. All right. The next 2 dairy items are phenomenal. I've had both of these before, but my food bank has not carried this in any shape or, well, that's not true. Last time I went, I got 5 pounds of those Gouda cubes, right? And, you know, Grandma eats a couple every day. I make sure that she eats them, so she loves them and she gets protein. But they had 2 cheeses today that made me so happy. Do you guys remember these? Most of last year, like 8 or 9 months of last year, you could get these every time you went. And then I think they ran out, or maybe the grant that paid for these ran out. I'm not sure, but today it was back. And I don't know if it's going to be back every time, but honey, I love this. This is my favorite thing. It's been on my wish list for weeks. I haven't gotten it for weeks, but that's okay. That is okay. That is all right, because I got other lovely things, and I just want to say I love them. And then this you guys saw last year, either early winter, or I'm trying to look and see if there's an expiration date. Sell by December 2nd, 2024. Okay, this is the Brie. Okay, look at that. Is that not lovely? All right, you guys better have your pens and pencils out and start marking stuff down. Now, I got some grains, so let's talk about that. I have a loaf of Oro wheat bread. This makes the best toast. I love this. I like to eat my chicken salad sandwiches on toast. Grandma likes to eat hers. She will eat it on bread from time to time, but she likes it by itself. A package of organic spaghetti. I've had this before. It's so good. And then we got a big bag of Cheerios right here. That's good. This is a decent cereal to feed Grandma. And another thing of oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I love oatmeal. I might not be able to stay at 5. Let's say 5 to 10. Okay, we're going to say 5 to 10. And then I got a lovely little instant rice, cilantro, and lime. I love these. I don't buy these because they're spendy. They're like, I want to say they're 2 something, and they might even be 3 something now. I don't know, but this is lovely. Okay, so that's pretty much my, oh, I got a box of macaroni and cheese. Grandma will love that. And we are good there. Okay, let's talk about the proteins. So in the canned section, they don't always have this, but when they do, you can have 2 cans. And today I took 2 cans. But the choices could have been this, tuna, Spam, sardines, or some sort of fish product. So sometimes I will get tuna because my husband likes tuna, but I can cook a meal with a can of chicken that feeds my family for 2 or 3 days. So I love that. A thing of peanut butter. This is Jif Creamy. Come on, people. Not peanut butter. Save your life. All right, I had to leave you for a second and plug my phone in. So we left off at the Jif. Now, I also got a can of refried beans. Now, normally I make my own, but every once in a while, it's nice to have a can of beans in your pantry so that you can whip together something really easy. I also got a Dinty Moore beef stew. I love to keep those on hand. A lot of times Grandma and I will share and it's too much, but we do it anyway sometimes. Addie, I don't know if he loves that or not. I can't remember if he eats that very well or not. Now, those were my canned proteins. They also had rice, no, I don't think they had black beans today. I don't know why I'm looking down there, but no. So they had pinto beans, navy beans, garbanzo beans, and kidney beans. So no black beans. And I left those because I'm well supplied on that. And then this is not a protein, so we're moving along right to whatever's next. Another box of parchment paper. Do you love that? I don't know if that's right side up or not. Parchment paper. All right. Then you could pick 4 snacks, but there was only 3 that I felt that we would use. And so I have 3 little bags of chips, and I will just immediately throw these underneath my counter because Grandma likes her chips, and so do I. So does my husband. So we'll be eating those. I ended up with a jar of apple cider vinegar. If you've been watching me, you know I'm out of apple cider vinegar. So, wow. Wow. Good karma here, people. Good karma. I got a can of the cream of chicken, but they had all kinds. Tomato, chicken noodle, vegetable beef, all kinds. They had some Progresso soups, but this seems to work best when I need a soup for a casserole. I don't really care what kind of cream it is. I could always make my own, but you guys know me. I'm a lazy bunny. I'm so lazy. All right, we got this. I've never had this brand before, but I absolutely love ginger ale. Have you guys had this before? Lollipop. All right, well, I'm going to try it. It looks good. I have 2 cans of cut green beans right there. And in my tomato products, you could get tomato sauce, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, stewed tomatoes, and you could get these, and you could take 2. So that's what I did. Prego lower sodium traditional spaghetti sauce. I know. I want you guys to have a food bank that is as good as mine because mine is unbelievable. I got a package of asparagus and I'm going to cook this tomorrow. Okay, asparagus I have to really keep an eye on because if I don't do it the day after I bring it home, I lose it occasionally, and that's embarrassing. I don't like that because that is not being a good steward. But I'm going to roast a big sheet pan full of vegetables tomorrow, so we'll probably include that. Now, for my protein from the freezer section, I got a 1-pound hamburger, which I really liked. And I got a I don't know where this is from, but it is a lemon pepper flavored, fully cooked, frozen rotisserie chicken. And so I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator, thaw it, take the meat off of it, and then I'm going to make chicken stock, and with the meat, I'll throw it in my next chicken dish. I also got a bag of strawberries, and that's exciting to me. I like that. And then I got a cube steak, and I don't really know how to cook cube steak. I don't know that I've ever done it. So if you guys have made a cube steak, please help a girl out, help your sister out. Put in the comments just a brief little synopsis of how you make this. Okay, I have an idea, but I just don't know. Okay, I got a little bag of green beans. And I think with tonight's dinner, I'll open up a can of the lemon garlic beans that I made. And if those were good, I think I'll just use these beans and make 3 more. For produce, I also got a very nice bag of grapes. Those look so fresh and delicious. None of them look mushy or have any spots on them. They look so good. And then I got a bowl of apples. And they look fantastic. And the name of the apple is called, well, I don't know if that's the name of the apple. It says Joyfully Grown. They are going to be joyfully eaten. Now this next item is heavy, so just trust me, okay? I have 2 of these. They had a huge, huge table of winter squash. Tons and tons of these, the big orange carnivals, acorns, other kinds of squash. But honestly, 2 is enough for me, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with this tomorrow. And then I got 2 little roast beef sandwiches. So I will doctor those up and give those to Grandma and Addie, and I make some au jus, and they can au jus those, and I think those will be delicious. Now, they had a bunch of Costco frozen meals, like loaded potatoes and some big things of chicken noodle soup. They got a chicken butter sauce, but it was in a bag about this big, and honestly, that's just too much. I don't have enough freezer space to handle that, and a bigger family, I think, should use that. They had all kinds of donuts and muffins and la, 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 la. In the end, I chose these donuts because I think that we will enjoy them in the morning for the next day or 2. Oh, I hope it takes us longer than 2 days. But Grandma will want a donut come tomorrow. So we'll do that for her. And then I did not show you this. Now, this I see from time to time. This is Keurig Pumpkin Spice. I don't know how you all feel about that, but for me, pumpkin spice is a year-round thing, okay? This girl is half pumpkin. Yeah, I got a big old Cinderella pumpkin right back here. So, pumpkin spice, and I think there's 24, you guys. I thought it was 12 when I picked it up. It's 24. And then I've never seen this at my food bank before. It is Southern Sweet Tea, and I'm going to make this because last year I canned some blueberry and strawberry lemonade, and I would like to add that to the tea and kind of make my version of an Arnold Palmer. Now, I have a few more things, so let me grab them. And I don't know if you guys can see over here, but I have 3 of these. I love these. These are not healthy. They are not good. But Grandma and I ate these for dinner last night with a little bit of cheese shredded on the top. It was so good. 2 glorious avocados. And now they had a box about that big, and it was full, but I felt like 2 was what I could handle, right? And then they had some buns here. I don't know if you can see it. There's some buns right there. And then over here, I'll grab this. We have kale. You know a girl loves her kale, right? Yeah, kale. All my kale out of my garden is gone now, but it was a glorious season. I have some gorgeous Brussels sprouts. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then I have a bag of these little oranges. I like to slice those up with Grandma's breakfast, and that's really good. And sometimes if I feel like I can't get through them, I will make vanilla orange slices, and a bag of carrots. So what do you guys think? Do you love it so far? It's pretty good, right? It's very good. I don't even know how I'm going to do my 10, especially because there's 2 more things. Okay, 2 more things. I'll save this one for last. We have a can of Favorite Day Candy Crunch with honey roasted peanuts, candy corn, raisins, and white chocolate pretzel somethings. Pretzel balls. There. Can you guys see that? I know. So yummy. And then I was at Costco a couple weeks ago, and we were buying, you know, some necessities. And looking at the things that weren't necessity, but just walking right on by, because that's where we are at this moment in our lives. And you know what? That's okay. Be grateful for what you have in the moment, right? Just open your heart up to gratefulness and, you know, be happy. Be thankful. All right? I saw these at Costco. I did. And I picked them up and I looked at them, and in my little wicked heart of hearts, your girl's a pagan, I wanted them. But I don't remember how much they were. I want to say like 12 or 13, maybe even $14, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were less than that. But today at my food bank, there they were. The flavors are salted caramel, pistachio, chocolate, French vanilla, raspberry, and creme brulee. And I think you're supposed to use it before the end of December. Best by date, 12/27. Now, I don't think my husband will eat these, and Grandma might like the way they look, but I don't know if that is something that she is going to want to eat. But of course, I will offer it to her. Oh, you guys did it. You made it through. You guys are so awesome. Okay, now those of you who know, my cousin Laura was here, and she gave me this a while back, but I just have been wearing it recently, and I absolutely love it with that little evil eye. I just love the browns. I like it. I do. Okay, enough about me. All right, enough about me. So let's get your list together, 5 to 10 items, and I will do mine, but I have to stop and think about it, okay? Because there's too many good things, and I'm going to have to pick and choose. All right, I have my favorites, and it really was a tough call because I'm looking at the runners-up. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I just saw a runner-up, 2 runner-ups that I might have picked. Okay. It's my show. I'm gonna take a minute and think about it some more. Are you guys gonna kill me? On this one, there's like 15 items that are at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's like 25 items that I just can't pick what could be the 10th. So I did pick, but I feel bad about the ones that I didn't pick. All right, so let's just be real. All right, your girl's got a sweet tooth. So I'm going to pick this because this isn't something that you see frequently at a food bank. So this is one, and they are not in order, you guys. This one I'm going to say is second. Isn't that lovely? That is so nice. And then I'm going to go with both of my cheeses. This is 3 and 4. Okay, 3 and 4. I like my half and half. That's 5. I like my ginger ale. That's 6. I'm gonna go with my apple cider vinegar. And then I'm gonna go to my veggies. And I'm gonna say carrots. I think this is a 2-pound bag. Yeah, this is a 2-pound bag. That's nice. I'm going to go with my green beans. And I'm going to go with my Brussels sprouts. Okay? There we go. All right, you guys, that is everything for today. Thank you so much for watching. And please, if you feel that you are struggling, you're wondering how you're going to get from payday to payday, you've got to pay bills, you've got things going on, you know, food banks are for working people too, especially for a lot of working people who make, you know, minimum wage, but they still have a house payment and they still have insurance and they've still got 2 kids at home and, you know, they've got doctor's bills they're paying off, those kinds of things. So don't think that you don't deserve to go. All right? If there's a food bank in your area and you feel like you need to go, then you go. And when you do, I want you to come back and leave in the comments on a recent, you know, food bank haul, what you got and what you used it for and how you felt. And, you know, lay it out on the counter and think about what you can make for meals. My mind is already going. Oh, I didn't tell you what I'm going to do for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to take some of my red potatoes from the well. I'm going to take these Brussels sprouts, a couple of the carrots, the asparagus, and that butternut squash. And I am going to chunk everything up, and I'm going to do a balsamic vinegar marinade, and I'm going to roast them. And then I've got some chicken patties in the freezer. I'm just going to throw those in the frying pan, and that's what we're going to have tomorrow. Doesn't that sound good? All right. Now, tonight, my husband's been very hungry for some pesto pasta, so that's what I'm going to make him. And that's it, you guys. You guys have the best day ever, okay? All right. Thank you. You guys take care. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. I have dinner served. I just took Grandma hers, and this is what it looks like. It's got pesto pasta on the bottom. That's angel hair pasta and half a jar of pesto sauce from Costco. And then it's got a fried and cut up chicken patty and a little bit of Parmesan on the top. So for this particular meal, everything in this meal except the Parmesan cheese is out of my pantry, my budget. And that happens sometimes, and that's okay. I use the food bank to fill in, and I use my grocery money when I look at my food bank and see what I need to make gorgeous meals out of that. So I'm going to sit down after dinner and see what this meal cost after I portion out the other half of that and see how many meals I got out of it. Because I'm curious. All right, we're going to eat. I'm back. That pasta with pesto and a chicken patty is absolutely delicious. And I am so full. I'm so full. And apparently I'm burping. Let's do that again. Okay, everybody, I finished eating. It was so yummy. It was so good. It was so filling. And I came back to the kitchen and I portioned out my leftovers. So what I cooked tonight, 1 pound of angel hair pasta, 1 jar of pesto sauce at Costco, and 4 chicken patties. Let me check that out. All right, so I did the pesto. I couldn't remember how much we paid for it. I looked at Costco or Walmart to see if I could get equivalent. So I'm just going to call it $10. I'm just guessing, okay? $10 for the pesto, $1 for the angel hair pasta, and the chicken patties were in a big Tyson bag, so I'm just counting them $1 a thing because I don't remember what I paid for that either. Came out to about $13, so it's $1.30 a meal. Look down here. You can see that I have portioned out 7. Now some are big, like, you know, husband man size, and some of them are a little bit tinier for us dainty girls, for grandma, for me. I'm a dainty girl. So anyway, I'm going to put the lids on these and I'm going to stick them in my refrigerator, and just like that, I have 7 meals in my freezer. Now my husband will grab this every time. He loves it. Grandma likes it. I like it. And those 4 chicken patties, they went across 10 meals because we only eat a little bit of the chicken. It's you get old, you can't eat like you used to when you were young. I used to be able to eat like nobody's business. Not anymore. It's very sad. Grandma, she could out eat anybody I know. When she was young, when we were just little kids, that girl, she could eat. She could eat. In fact, when she was here, when my husband and I got married, her and her friend Lucy, my husband made an Arabic dish. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called, but it's got a lot of sumac on it. I don't remember if it was a whole chicken or 2 chickens. Oh, my husband's holding up his fingers. It was 2 chickens. And so he roasted them, and oh my God, it was so good. Those 2 little old ladies and Addie and I sat down and we ate it. And we enjoyed it. But Lucy and Grandma did not get up from the table. They nibbled and ate for a long time, having fun, laughing, the whole 9 yards. When it came time to put food away, which was much later, Lucy and Grandma had eaten those chickens down to the bone. Addie and I were like going, how did you do that? We didn't care. As long as they loved it, that's all. They had come all the way from New Mexico for when Addie and I got married, and they camped out in their motorhome in the back of our property, and it was so much fun. Someday I'll tell you about the wedding because I loved my wedding. I think my wedding was the best wedding ever. And let me tell you, this girl got married in the backyard in a pair of shorts and a flip-flop, a cute little shirt, and like, I don't know how many chickens I had at the time, 50 or 60 chickens in the background. Just a few friends and family, and it was glorious. All right, I told you now, so I don't have to tell you again. All right, you guys, you took me down memory lane, and that was good. Also, you know what? I stuck this in a grocery bag to go into my pantry, and then I was thinking about it, and I thought, you know, I got that from the guys who pass out meat. So I ran in there and I felt it, and it was like, holy cow, that belongs in the freezer. So I'm going to put this in the freezer. Don't do a Deanna. All right, that's it, you guys. You're free to go. All right, ta-ta.